Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottle. Take two and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
I'm downstairs. You mean? Girl, I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that telly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatient, be waiting, confused like what happened. You get attitude cause I'm getting mad, cause you wanna take 20 minutes and a half. And on top of that, I gotta get gas out of the freeway, pick up traffic. What the is you doing? We gotta dip, Cardi, yeah. Watch your tick, 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 tick. Waiting for that last minute for your hell. Now stop playing games, go and bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Girl, you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Girl, you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ready, get, go!
Off of play action, here's Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
On second down, here's Goff. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Gone. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Badgley's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. It's a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They won at 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
In motion, right comes Beasley. A man who played collegiately over at East Lansing. Here's Ken Walker. Give him 4 on the carry. That'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in their win over Minnesota.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Play action. It's Smith. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. The Lions at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Goff throwing complete for Swift. Down inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's good for the Lions. Here's Swift. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
One more time with Swift. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey on that one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Sticking with Walker on second down. Oh, he's got a little... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Gone. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Fuller's 2021 season never really got started, appearing in only 2 games and making just 4 catches. He's hitting reset for his 7th NFL season and trying to build on his career best stats from 2020. That'll be a first down for the former first-rounder.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Gone. His way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Here's Fuller with a catch. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. 25 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that. That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make him play the football.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. On first down, Gone. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Swift is in for a Lions touchdown. So His strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, and it winds up falling incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw, Smith. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Here we go on 4th. Smith. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13, Smith. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he had...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Goff on first down. Open man, Arcega right side. Touchdown! J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And Walker has it. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he gets this up past the 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Smith. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball through, and it's 2nd down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath with those guys on the defensive side of the ball. They've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him together. And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. On the return is Williams. Fighting through, and he's got space. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And taken down just shy of the 40. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Brandon, never ceases to amaze me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we've seen in college football, where they've gotten smaller and faster on the defensive side of the ball. But they've brought that to the NFL because it is hard for an offensive lineman to keep them away from the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Off play action. Here's gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Smith. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee probably was told that you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. 3rd and long, it's Smith. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've certainly played up to the top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On 4th down, Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Out of the gun, Walker with it. Room here to run. There's the stiff arm. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit.
In motion right comes Beasley.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Geno. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They find some open field here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for the running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On second down, Swift. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. To the sideline. He's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Pushes past him, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. Badgley on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On first down, Smith completes it to Fant on the right side. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. To the air again, Smith. He gets this complete to Cephas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
And he
put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd and 13, Smith. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Gone. It's complete to Fuller. Past the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Swift going to try up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Swift again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 29, Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Geno. And this one taken in by Cephas. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Now on 2nd and 13, Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 142 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
first down, and they go with Swift again.
And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Swift.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Here's Swift.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions.
And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Detroit, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2.
I just scraped it off the top, got it out the road, out the turf, out the block. It was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, the way I'm moving with it too. I paid it at the
Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, 1 for me and 1 for you. Yeah, like with the...
You see, it's 2 type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. Photo, Porso, photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo, Porso, photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed a TDE. Gang, 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 gang. Know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due, I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me, that's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. I ball like MLB, these Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key, I push the start to start my week. I'm in this photo, Porso, photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo, Porso, photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Porso, photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo, Porso, photogenic. All my life, I better go get her. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with Villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose.